Jake Johnson was a kind young man who was desperately searching for a job. Despite his efforts, he couldn't find one because many people were competing for the few available positions. Jake felt disheartened as he rarely had money for new clothes or a night at the movies. When he was younger, Jake dreamed of becoming a professional football player. He excelled in football and tennis. In fact, he was good at almost every sport. However, there were always others who were better. Jake came up with a new idea. Perhaps he could find a job in a sports shop. He thought it would make him happy and provide him with the money he needed. Despite his hope, it remained just an idea and never materialized. He tried hard to find a job, checking newspapers every day and writing numerous application letters, but to no avail. One day, while browsing the newspaper, he saw an advertisement for a fair in the park near his house. "That sounds interesting," he thought. "It's next Saturday. I think I'll go. I'm not doing anything this weekend and it won't cost much." On Saturday, Jake walked to the park and bought a ticket for the fair. It was a warm summer day with a clear blue sky, and the park looked beautiful with flowers in various shades of blue, yellow, and red. Seeing the flowers made Jake feel happy. The fair was lively with many people and different games. Jake played some games, winning a box of fruit and a book about sports. Feeling hot and thirsty, he bought an ice cream. "I'm having a great day," he thought, sitting down to enjoy his treat. Suddenly, he noticed a sign that read in large letters, "Madame Zara knows your future. Do you want to know about your future? Come in and talk to Madame Zara." Jake hesitated but then decided to go in. "Why not? I'm not afraid of the future. It might be interesting," he thought. Inside, it was very dark. An old woman with gray hair and a kind face greeted him with a smile. "Hello, young man," she said. "Sit down, and I will tell you about your future." Jake sat down, and the woman looked at some cards on the table. "Take 3 cards," she instructed. Jake selected 3 cards and handed them to her. She examined the cards for a long time before speaking. "Listen carefully," she said, her smile fading. "I have to tell you something very important. Do not travel anywhere next Friday. If you do, something will happen, and you will never reach your destination. Remember, be careful." Jake left the tent, feeling the hot sun on his face. He had no more money and decided to go home. "I'm not afraid," he thought. "I don't travel much. Every day is the same for me since I don't have a job." On Thursday, Jake received a letter in response to one of his job applications. There was a job opportunity in a town 30 kilometers away, in a sports shop. The manager wanted to meet him the next day. Jake felt elated. "I'll have to take a train there," he thought. "I can't walk 30 kilometers. Suddenly, he remembered the old woman's warning and felt a pang of fear. "Do not travel anywhere next Friday," she had said. But he thought, "I can't miss this opportunity. It's too important. What can an old woman possibly know about the future?" Despite his concerns, Jake decided to go. He didn't sleep well that night. The next day, Friday, he went to the train station, bought a ticket, and boarded the train. An old man with an intelligent face and white hair sat next to him. Jake felt sorry for him because of his bad leg. The train started moving, and after a while, a waiter came by with some food. The old man bought a sandwich and then offered Jake some tea. "Are you thirsty?" he asked, handing Jake a cup. "Thank you," Jake said, introducing himself. "I'm Jake Johnson. Are you traveling far?" Before the old man could answer, there was a loud noise, and the train came to an abrupt stop. People were scared and looked out the windows but couldn't see anything. "Don't worry," Jake reassured his new friend. "I'll find out what's happening. Stay here, you'll be safe." The old man smiled and thanked Jake. Jake found the guard and asked what had happened. "There's a large tree blocking the tracks," the guard explained. "We'll have to move it, but it will take time. This is the end of the journey for now. You'll have to get off the train and walk." "Walk where?" Jake asked. The guard pointed to a map. "There's a village nearby. You can go there and maybe find a restaurant or cafe." Jake felt disappointed but helped the old man off the train and carried his case to the village. "Thank you so much," the old man said. "My case is heavy because it contains a computer and a lot of papers." Jake smiled, though inside he was sad. "I should have listened to the old woman," he thought. "Now I'll miss the job opportunity." Seeing Jake's sadness, the old man asked what was wrong. Jake explained about the job interview. The old man listened and then, to Jake's surprise, started to laugh. Jake was confused and a bit annoyed. This was a bad day for him, and he didn't find anything funny. The old man saw Jake's reaction and stopped laughing. "Listen, Jake," he said. "I'm a wealthy man with several sports shops in different towns. I'm looking for a smart young person to manage my new, biggest shop. I think you're the right person for the job. You were kind to me on the train, and I believe in your potential. Will you work for me?" Jake's sadness turned to joy. "This is wonderful," he exclaimed. "It's the best day of my life."